U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27th. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now McCarthy. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's now third down.
Hey, look at this Packers defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. It's caught by Randall. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
31-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. McCarthy operating from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 tight. Packers, 65.
Senior!
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Senior!
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he'll be taken down, although there is
Come on,
a flag
come
down.
here.
Will this stand?
Come cuddle.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for a Packers.
And once again, it's Mitchell. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's another Packers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
So we got traffic there, and that's complete.
17.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
And now an audible here into something else. Boykin. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's McCarthy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Go street. Hey, smash. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Boykin checks this one down. It's Mitchell. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here is Boykin. Now he's going to step up and run. On ill-advised throw, back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The Vikings take
Partner, I think this one won a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll run on first down. McCullough down at the 35. It'll be second down. You look at this Packers defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the 35, here's second down at 7. On play action, McCarthy. Now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Third and 19. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Room to run at the 50. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18, Pioneer.
Now it's Boykin. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Cruz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
65, Panther 11, Panther 11.
There's Boykin to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now a handoff up the middle. McCollum. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets it up past the 35. The Vikings at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. To the air with McCarthy. That is caught by Dell. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
60 by 60.
On first down, McCullough. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. McCullough. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings had 6 to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
This like controller flow. This shit won't let me pick a play, man. They hit me like I'm pressing all these buttons. I can't even pick a play. I was doing some weird shit. It's the game. They ain't the control. It's the game. Alright, I'll pick a play now. Alright, there we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Over the middle, complete. It's Alvarez. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
18, run, 70, 18, right in.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Boykin. He finds his man, complete. That's Alvarez. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. tight end, they could do their damage a different way. Break a few tackles and really scatter them.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready? 70 rings for 7, 8, 2. 60, 19 tight. 19 tight.
Final play of the half for Boykin. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be... up at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The 34-yard line.
60. Rig alert. Go street. Go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Back to 80. To the center. Stop ball 18.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
70, give a look. 18, right in. Hurt. Cut 19. 60 Maverick. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. Ready,
Boykin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the left side. McCullough. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Vikings 24, Packers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's good for Packers.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw is Boykin. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
19-18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Now it's Boykin. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
liking the look. They'll change the play.
Check.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Mitchell is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
The defense is going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
Let's go now.
Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 9. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 63 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 18 now.
That's the score. Vikings 31. Packers 13.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for our Packers. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on. Out of the gun, Boykin. Throw left side complete. That's Alvarez. They'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Boykin. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 dices, 60 dices. Buffalo 18.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70 range. 70 range. Here we go. Shot.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. McCollum.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
38. Packers 16.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Ready.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Let's go now.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Following the penalty, it's high. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the shotgun, Boykin. Working the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Mustang 19. Hurt. 19 Lions. Dragon 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, a run with Hyde.
Well, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
11 yards there, just like last play.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's get it going.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
60-60.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Boykin. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hernandez.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Boykin on 4th. And it's a Packers touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Keeps the score. Vikings 38. Packers 22.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Minnesota, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.